He was a man so formidable that even his shadow commanded respect. It is said that the Prophet once told him, "O Umar, the devil never meets you on a path, but that he takes another path." He was a man whose sense of justice was so sharp, it earned him the title Al-Farooq, the criterion between truth and falsehood. Today, we go deep into the life of a man who went from being Islam's most feared enemy to its greatest guardian. This is the transformation of Umar ibn al-Khattab. In the early days of Mecca, Umar was the man the Muslims feared most. He was physically imposing, a master of wrestling, and a fierce defender of the old ways. He saw Islam as a threat to his people's unity. One afternoon, in a state of absolute rage, he unsheathed his sword and walked through the streets of Mecca. His goal was simple: to end the Prophet's life once and for all. But on his way, he was stopped and told, "O Umar, why do you seek Muhammad when your own sister and her husband have followed him?" Stunned, he rushed to his sister's house. Inside, he heard a melody he had never heard before, the recitation of Surah Taha. He burst through the door, striking his brother-in-law and his sister in his fury. But when he saw the blood on his sister's face and the unwavering look in her eyes, he paused. He picked up the scrolls. The words didn't just touch his ears, they shattered his heart. "We have not sent down the Quran to you to cause you distress." As he read, the iron in his soul melted. The man who came to kill stayed to pray. He went directly to the Prophet, not with a sword to strike, but with a heart ready to submit. That day, the Muslims who had been praying in secret marched boldly to the Kaaba for the first time. Why? Because now they had Umar. When Umar became the second caliph, the Islamic State began to expand at a pace the world had never seen. Persia fell, Rome trembled. But as his power grew, Umar's ego vanished. He didn't stay in a palace, he didn't have a personal guard. He was a leader who walked the streets of Medina at night disguised, while his people slept, just to see who was hungry or in pain. One night, he heard a woman cooking over a fire while her children cried. He asked her what was wrong. She said she had nothing but water and stones in the pot, just to make her children think food was coming until they fell asleep. She didn't know she was speaking to the caliph, and she complained, "Umar is unaware of our struggle." Umar wept. He ran to the treasury, filled a massive sack of flour and dates, and heaved it onto his own back. When his servant offered to carry it, Umar replied with words that still ring through history. "Will you carry my sins for me on the day of judgment?" He cooked the food himself for those children and didn't leave until he saw them smiling. This was the man who ruled half the world, yet felt responsible for a single hungry child. The ultimate proof of Umar's character came when the keys to Jerusalem were surrendered. The leaders of the city expected a grand emperor on a golden throne. Instead, they saw 2 men and 1 camel. Umar and his servant had been taking turns riding the camel. By the time they reached the gates of the city, it was the servant's turn to ride. Umar, the commander of the faithful, was walking on foot through the mud, leading the animal. The Sophronius of Jerusalem looked at this man in his patched clothes and realized this was why the Muslims were winning. They didn't win because of their weapons, they won because of their character. Umar didn't enter Jerusalem as a conqueror, he entered it as a servant of God. Umar ibn al-Khattab teaches us that true power is not about making people fear you. It is about making people feel safe because you fear God. He was a man of steel, with a soul of gold. Even on his deathbed, after being stabbed while leading prayer, his only concern was, did I fulfill my duty to the people? Are you brave enough to stand for justice even when it's difficult? Are you strong enough to be humble when you're at your peak? If Umar's strength inspired you, make sure to hit that like button. Who do you think was the most courageous companion? Let us know in the comments. Join us tomorrow for day 3 as we explore the life of the man of modesty and immense generosity, Uthman ibn al-Khattab.